Hello, 8th graders. Your new video is on rotations. And so rotation, it's exactly what it sounds like it's going to be. It's something that turns around a fixed point. And that fixed point is called the center of rotation. Sometimes it's the origin, like when you're dealing with a graph. They want you to rotate something around the origin. Um, and all of them that they're going to do counterclockwise. So we need to keep that in mind when we're trying to move things. Rotational symmetry. That's when a figure can be rotated 180 degrees or less and match the original figure exactly. So you can rotate it and it'll look exactly the same. The angle of rotation is just the number of degrees that the figure is going to rotate. So there are three basic steps that we're going to use to be able to figure out how many degrees something rotates. And so for this pentagon that I have right here, you have to figure out how many times it can rotate and look exactly like the first figure that it started as. So if I take this and I rotate it one time, click, this side would be on the bottom and it's going to look exactly the same, right? So it's going to rotate 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the fifth turn, it will be back to where it started, right? It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to go 5 to get it back. So it has 5 rotations. So then divide 360 by that number. So 360 divided by 5 . 360 divided by 5 would be 72 degrees. So each turn, each rotation is going to be 72 degrees for that figure. You can follow those. So then there is another type of problem that we're going to have to do. And so if I start out with that triangle ABC right there, and it tells us to rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, so backwards from the way a clock moves, so to the left, and I want to rotate it around the origin. Okay, that means point A has to rotate 90 degrees, but it has to stay the same distance from the origin that it is right now, right? So if I take this triangle and I flip it back this way, 90 degrees, okay, so what's going to happen? Right now it is 2 over and 2 up from this line, right? So if I go 90 degrees, it has to be 2 and 2 from this line. So that will be your new A. And they show new A by just A and the little mark by it. So the B has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. There's my new B. And then the C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 1 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 backwards. There's the new C. So if I make my triangle there, this triangle has now rotated 90 degrees. And so if I wanted to go 180 degrees, there is a shortcut you can use. So A is 2, 2 right now. B is 7, 3. And C was 5, negative 1. The original triangle I'm talking about here. So if I want to go 180, you can just take the opposite of both numbers. So negative 2, negative 2, negative 7, negative 3, negative 5, positive 1. So if I graph those numbers, it should be a 180 degree rotation of this original triangle. So negative 2, negative 2. That's my new A. And if you look here, look at where it's at from the original A. Directly opposite, right? It's 2 away, 2 away. Negative 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and negative 3. The new B is right there. Exactly opposite the first one. And then negative 5, 1. Positive 1 would be over here. Exactly opposite where it is right now. See that? Here's the original triangle. Here's 90 degrees. Here's 180. Okay, so if I wanted to go another 90 degrees, which would be 270 degrees, right, total from here. You know it's going to be down here somewhere, right? So you could just take this one and you could do a 180-degree rotation, or you could take this one and go 90. Just depends which way you want to do it. I think I'll just do a 90-degree. So I take my A from where it's at, which was 2 and 2, and I go from here, right? And so I'd end up being right in here. Okay, so that's, well, another new A. So from here I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back 1. 1, 2, this one was 7 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. There's the new B. So there it went another. So here's the original triangle, this one. This is a 90 degree. This would be 180. This would be 270. And if I did it one more time, I'd end up right back on top of this one. That would be a 360 degree rotation. And I realize that might seem a little goofy right now. We'll do several examples in class and hopefully it will be more clear. Just bring that knowledge with you and we will talk about it more tomorrow.